Greetings everybody. As you can see today in the centre of Manchester, outside the National Football Museum. No, I'm not going in. I'm off to Liverpool to have a look at the Williamson Tunnels. I'll tell you about that later, I hope, because it's very dark down there and if I can't do a video, it's not much worth it. Before I head back into Victoria Station to catch my train, well, I won't be catching it. I mean, it'll be there and the doors will hopefully be open and I'll get on. This is the Corn Exchange. And then we've got Manchester Cathedral just behind, as you can see in the centre there. And then on the other side here, the Cheetham School of Music. And then, like I was telling you before, I'm just behind the, well, it was behind me, the National Football Museum, which is quite an imposing thing. I might actually go in out of interest. A little bit of education is no harm. That is, I might go in sometime soon, but not today. As you can see, lovely blue sky, plenty of open blueness for all the conspiracy theorists to continue with their chemtrail nonsense. As I say, see you in Liverpool. Well, here we are entering the Williamson Tunnels.
Tunnels extend beyond where the houses have been built.
Oh, I see a tunnel in a tunnel in a tunnel. Remarkable.
So this is repeated across the whole site.
And they're trying to make us believe there's ducks down there. All good fun. Right, onwards and forwards. Here we go. Quite fascinating to say the least.
Bricks. It's not really very well done at all. Yeah. You wouldn't want to pay to have that done. There's been access points or ventilation points. Some of them may, again, predate Williamson. But for some reason, there's a brick wall there. So the surface is just about there. This comes down to that level and goes to the right as you look at it. Now, you can get in there easy enough.
Oh, more adventures going through the rut. And then a bit of a being described as a pothole.
It's like, and then as you work your way up, you can see there's the next bit of an arch. Okay, knocked out a little bit, but then you've got this opening. That's got. In terms of the rubbish that we've got in here, we've got nothing nasty. We haven't found any bodies. We could do it a few. Above, you'll know that's not a spit. It's not going to rotate. Yeah. Flames aren't going to come out the walls. Do you know what it is?
Kebab tunnel. That's the one. That's a good one, to be honest.
It's a pile. End of this is our limit going in that direction. You can see the tunnel would have carried on. You can see the archway would have carried on there, but that's going under Mason Street. So what we've had done is when we built the centre, we had this extra tunnel created for us. So it's just a modern concrete vehicle.
This is a modern connecting tunnel between two of the old ones that's been built more recently. Oh.
Right, I'm going to do a Manchester joke in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Don't take offence. Some of the bits of rubbish that we've dug out over the years, so these would have been for ink. Yeah. They're the jam jars. So you can see they're big jam jars. There's what will be sent from the manufacturer. You yourself might have a jam jar that big at home. You might have several for different flavours, and you would take that to the shop and get it filled up in the shop.
Yeah.
Slightly misaligned.
Yeah.
So they just butt up to each other like that. They don't interlock. But it's curious because it is directly in line. So they will have built a wooden form there and then moved that along as they've gone. We won't mention the bulges in the brick of it because it's pointless.
This is called a double tunnel, was being explained. And this is the tunnel here, as you can see, and then as we come out here, another one. And that's what the gentleman was talking about the double tunnels, a tunnel in a tunnel.
In sandstone blocks.
Quite fascinating.
Yeah, but
Well, that was a very interesting visit, and as I say, not too much to video. It's one of these places where, this is the Williamson Tunnels, it's one of those places where you've actually got to be there to have a look and to imbibe what I would call the surroundings and the story behind it. Absolutely fascinating. Right, we're going to wander off now into Liverpool and see if we can find something different that I didn't cover before. Oh, I wonder, are there low-flying bears anywhere? We're actually in the heart of university land. That's the University of Liverpool, which I missed last time I was here. And needless to say, this is the Metropolitan Cathedral, Liverpool Cathedral, one of the newest in the country, which we covered in our last Liverpool video. Well, I covered it, not we. That's the University of Liverpool International College with the Spine, which is the Royal College of Physicians. And that's where we've just come from, the Williamson Tunnels. Do visit, please, at some time. Link in the description down below. Oh, I wonder, Flexibus, is that flexible to go around corners, I wonder? Oh dear, the building behind the Spine seems to have gone rusty. And that fine building is the Victoria Museum and Gallery. Yes, the Victoria Gallery and Museum. Very imposing building, I'm sure you'll agree. The Riley building. Really? Oh, Riley. And here we are inside. This is just off the main reception area. They're having a private function, so we'll have to get the arse in gear and ship yourself out now. Oh, very regal. How lovely. All the tile work that's there. And we'll have a nip upstairs. And I've just spied that, and it says on the inscription, they died, but they are not dead yet. What a lovely sentiment that is. That's fabulous. And a bust of Henry Tate, Gerald Randall, and William Rathbone. And Elizabeth Beckett seems to be in focus. Oh, I bet you won't find that turning up on Bargain Hunt. Well, you can tell you're on the university campus with spiritual spaces. Oh dear, leaves me cold when they say spaces. Interesting little exhibition all the same, showing all different religions and the things they do. That's a temple in the Peak District, and there's a picture of the Scientologists. They're too busy out in their boat making money. Well, it's a very imposing hallway with all lovely tile work, all in pristine condition. I'm sure there's a joke in that somewhere. I'll keep away from politics though. Something we don't see enough of is homemade stuff, as in they're made on Merseyside. Oh, some lovely stuff there. Oh, Chinese porcelain and the willow pattern. Well, what a lot of people don't realise is that the willow pattern, unless this of course has originated in China, is very much an influence made by the potters here, because of course China, and particularly Japan, pardon me as a post in the way, were closed societies and not very many people got in there. So a lot of it is how they imagined the willow pattern to be. And it wasn't really something that was in China. I was just talking to this chap here. He wasn't very talkative, and he just couldn't be satisfied with a chip on his shoulder. He had to have a bird on his shoulder. Another famous name, George Holt, founder of the chairs of physiology and pathology back in 1894. And I just love these stairwells, absolutely beautiful. Goodness me, that makes you think. It's a Peruvian funeral vase from 1240. You can't believe something is so old. Well, I've just been up to the floor where the Legate Theatre is. Oh, sorry, the sun keeps dipping in and out through the windows. And there's an event on there this afternoon, so I have been very, very politely told to, well, something that people tell me all the time, to buzz off. So we'll move on. Lovely little visit to the museum here and the art gallery. And there's the back of the museum and gallery. The reason I centered on that door was I was just seen out, not forcibly, I was seen out by one of the gentlemen who was one of the volunteers on the counter, and he told me, I didn't realize, he said, this is a Waterhouse building. It's all connected with the university. And this particular Waterhouse building, it is in connection with the same Waterhouse, and they were Quakers, who started Price Waterhouse. So now you know. And we're just going to have a look here. There's a blue plaque he told me over here. Just look at this lovely little garden area and people studying and relaxing and tick-tacking, ticky-tock, Instagrannying or whatever they do on their phones that they glue to. Let's just go and have a look at this blue plate. And we found the blue plate I was told about. It's on the Johnson building, and this is the building here. And the blue plate, dedicated to Sir Ronald Ross, as I say, and he was the man who discovered the mosquito transmission of malaria, for which he got a Nobel Prize. And he worked in this here building, which was in connection with sciences and medicine and all that, before it relocated around at the corner. Yes, fascinatingly, the gentleman who was volunteering as a, behind the desk, he told me that the hospital that hopefully we're going to have a glance at, so I'll say hopefully because I'm not too sure, just in case I pass it by, they had little interconnecting and separate balconies so that anybody with an infectious disease could actually come out onto one of the balconies and then not transmit the problem they had to somebody else. And also the hospital here, one of the people who you might say was a consultant, as in non-medical, but consulting about the building of the hospital, was Florence Nightingale. And here we go, coming through the archway as I was instructed. And very fine building opposite. And more garden work here. Lovely. Delightful. And of course, it's all made so much nicer by the fact the sky is blue and the bells are ringing and the birds don't seem to be tweeting. I can't hear any birds. Oh, and I've just seen Running Man. I wonder, does Arnold Schwarzenegger know about that? He'll be back. Oh, and there we go. A collection of Waterhouse buildings, complete with their keep everybody separate balconies. The gentleman gave me a concise set of instructions as to how to get back to the station, which included a lot of lefts, rights, lefts and rights. And it seems that I've gone wrong somewhere because I seem to have ended up in Chester. No, I'm not. I'm still in Liverpool. And I've not heard anybody say Tjechen, which is really annoying me. Oh, we're having a bit of work done. All right, no need to shout about it. And some more of the old buildings now attached to the modern university. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Some sort of furnace-y type object. Well, looks a bit prison-esque, doesn't it? I know there is some sort of former prison building, but I don't think this is currently the School of Medicine, where they're developing medical pioneers who presumably are very well versed as to the incorrect lapel badge to wear. Sorry, couldn't resist. Just came across this, the famous Catterbridge Cancer Centre, where they do such excellent work. All these imposing Victorian or slightly later buildings still in use. And then time for an eyesore just quite opposite it. This is the Liverpool University Dental Hospital. Actually, maybe not so much an eyesore as a tooth sore, perhaps. I love that. The ragged trouser philanthropist, that's making me giggle. Outside this rather imposing building, which is now the Brownlow Medical Centre, I think I saw somewhere, didn't I? Yes, I did. There it is, Brownlow Medical Group Practice. Ah, that's where the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine has moved to. And that's the modern tropical medicine research building. Plenty of it, I have to say. Ah, there we are, that cream coloured building. That's the Premier Inn I'm staying in tonight. Nah, only joking. Well, there's somebody plainly had a bad day at the office. Goodness me, that's Andre Agassi. I wouldn't have recognised him. He seems to be taking up tennis with a frying pan for some strange reason. Oh, and there's Taza supermarket over yonder as we make our way back towards other station. Ah, Mr. Chili. I wonder why the R is small when the rest is all big. Oh, and karaoke. Yes, you can't beat a bit of chili and karaoke together, can you? And oh, bit of building work going on down there. Well, it's happened again here in the pool. Always happens. I was looking at my googly maps to see how to get back to the station, and I've had no fewer than, is it no fewer or no less? Anyway, 2 people asking me, "You're right, love." They're just so, people are so lovely in Liverpool. No two ways about it. Not too sure what they signify, but however. Oh, the furniture liquidator. Or as you or I would call it, a box of matches. Well, that was it. My quick reprise of a visit to Liverpool, to the Williamson Tunnels and the Victoria Art Gallery and Museum. Hope you enjoyed it, and all I can say is thank you so much for joining me. Take care until next time.